Welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Open Great League and let's try to get some wins. We're going to be trying out the Morpeko paired with the Diggersby and the Jumpluff in the back. We're going to stay in for now because we don't necessarily want to switch out here, as we only really have the Diggersby to counter it. We end up getting a shield, so we're going to match the shield. Our opponent does elect to throw the flamethrower. Aurora Wheel goes through, gets some good neutral damage, and now we're just going to fire off another Aurora Wheel. This is going to get the shield, or it's going to get the KO. They decide to shield that up as well. And just like that, we're going to be able to get to another Aurora Wheel to take out this Bastiodon. So down goes a big threat. We see the Ludicolo come in. We are going to switch out into the Diggersby when we see Alteria, because this Diggersby almost has no use anymore. Its main job is to try to just get some chip damage and potentially debuff. If we get a debuff, that'd be worth it. Another Scorching Sand is going to get fired up here. This Scorching Sand gets into the yellow, and they still haven't they've avoided all the debuffs. So here goes another Scorching Sand. We get it into the red. We're going to switch out. Our opponent is going to throw a Sky Attack. We are going to be able to survive it. And now it just comes down to if we can get to a move. Oh, we do get the farm down. And GG's to our opponent because they had that Ludicolo. And we had a ton of energy, so we should have been able to win that game. Alright, we got the Morpeko versus the Charjabug. Okay, interesting matchup. We are going to fire off a move first. Psychic Vein gets them debuffed. We try to catch a move. Let's see what move we catch here. Okay, ends up being the X Scissor. And it looks like we bait out the Gastrodon. So Gastrodon here is going to be pretty tanky. We fire off the Scorching Sand. Doesn't get the debuff. They have Water Pulse version, so that was a nice little surprise. Able to do some super effective damage towards the Diggersby. We have the Jumpluff here that we can try to get extra farm. They only can throw Body Slams here because they've already revealed Water Pulse. Okay, we're going to have to tank another Body Slam here. This Aerial Ace should take it out from this range. Okay, perfect. And now we see the Charjabug come back in. Charjabug is going to shield here because they didn't know what moveset we were running. So they did invest the first shield there. We catch a move onto the Morpeko. And now we have to try to win this game 2 shields with the Jumpluff. So let's see if we can wiggle out of this situation. We're going to fire off an Aerial Ace. Does some neutral damage. This Charjabug is super tanky right now. We invest the last shield here, and at this point, you need to get this Charjabug out of here. They decide to go for the shield. They switch out into the Marowak. Unfortunately, it's not a shadow, and we only are able to probably get like 60% damage, but GG's to our opponent. Charjabug was very problematic, unfortunately. Alright, we got the Morpeko versus Shadow Typhlosion. We're going to stay in for now. We can potentially grab a shield, but we're going to go for the Cyclic Bang bait. We do get the shield. Our opponent ends up going for another Incinerate, so we're going to fire off another move. We get both shields, and we're okay letting them farming us down because we already grabbed 2 shields. We're going to go into the Typhlosion. They go for the Thunder Punch bait, and that is not going to do much damage. They switch out into the Feraligatr running Ice Fang, which is a very nice surprise. But because they have no shields, we're going to overfarm just a little bit and fire out this Energy Ball, taking out the Feraligatr. And now we see the Typhlosion come back in, trying to farm us down. We throw the Aerial Ace. It's enough to take it out. And unfortunately for them, we are able to get to another Aerial Ace versus this Superior. So that's a lot of extra damage right there. We do have the Fire Punch, but they do have Frenzy Plant, so we have to make sure we get to the Fire Punch immediately. First Fire Punch, super effective, doesn't quite KO. They're going to throw a Frenzy Plant. Super effective, doesn't quite KO, but we are able to farm it down. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game with our Diggersby basically outbulking that superior. Alright, we got the Morpeko versus the Dugong. Great lead. They're going to switch into their Primeape, and we have the huge answer with the Jumpluff. They're going for the Rage Fist, trying to ramp up their ghost attacks. We're going to fire out this Arrow Ace, gets them into a low red, and can we farm down from this range? Looks like we are not. So we have a decision. I'm going to shield her, let this go. We're just going to let this go. We do survive it, and we are at an energy ball charge move. So we fire it all. They have to switch out into their Marowak, and we're going to go into our Diggersby. We're going to shield the first one, and then we're going to fire off a move here. This Scorching Sand will get a good neutral damage, gets them into the red. We're going to tank the next Bone Club, and basically now we're just going to make sure we throw on good timing. Fire Punch does get used, takes out the Marowak. We're going to switch out into the Morpeko, and they know that they're going to be able to not be able to win that game because we can just spam Psychic Things at that range, and they're going to have to just start investing shields in that. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game with the Morpeko and the Diggersby. Okay, so we got the Gastrodon here. We gotta try to win this matchup with our Diggersby. At least we're tanky, and we can deal some neutral fast move pressure. Scorching Sand goes through. We are almost at another Scorching Sand. This is going to get the shield. We're going to get the KO. We do get the KO. Okay. And now we see the Charjabug come back in. We're going to go for the Scorching Sand. Let's see if we can get some good damage or a shield. We do grab a shield. However, this Charjabug is kind of problematic. So we're going to farm up some energy and then catch a move onto our Jumpluff, because our Jumpluff here is going to be able to tank an X-Scissor. 2 X-Scissors gets used. Now we're going to fire off a move. Our opponent does tank the move, and they're trying to get to another move, I guess, to try to take us out. Yeah. We're going to shield here because we think we can get the farm down. Yes. So we get the farm down. We see the Clocksire lurking in the back. Clocksire here is going to be able to beat our Jumpluff, so we need to get out of there immediately. We're going to fire out this Psychic Fang. It does some good super effective damage and debuffs them. Our opponent elects to go for the Sludge Bomb, so Sludge Bomb doesn't quite KO, and we are at 2 Psychic Things, so if they shield here, we can just fire off another one, and that's exactly the case. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game with the Morpeko at the end. Check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.